Lueroi's Pokemon Black and White Walkthrough, Part 44. Alright guys, we are here at Victory Road. One final cave to go through before making it to the Elite Four. Now before we get started, I'll give out the shout out for today. It's going to go to rblazin15. If you want a shout out in the next video, all you have to do is leave a comment below. It's as simple as that, so why not just go ahead and do it. Anyways, with that said, let's get going through this massive cave that is Victory Road. Now, Wild Battle. I completely forgot to spray repels. That's the first thing you should do in here, because unless you will run into a whole bunch of wild Pokemon, you should probably spray some repels. This is a really good training spot, though, for fighting wild Pokemon. And as far as new wild Pokemon go, you will find Heatmor, which is a pretty good fire type, Durant, a good bug and steel type, and Deino, which is going to be that awesome Darkened Dragon Hydreigon when fully evolved. So some pretty good wild Pokemon here. There's a Max Revive if you want to surf up there. I will be getting all the extra items in here. There are some really good items that are hard to find because you have to go out of your way to get them, so I will be covering everything. And of course we'll fight all of the trainers and stuff like that, so yeah, if you don't want to get that Max Revive, you can just go straight up the stairs here. And yeah, let's get going. First trainer fight right here. So yeah, you're going to find a lot of really good trainers in here, so it's good to make sure you have a lot of items with you, make sure you're fully healed and everything like that, because these trainers aren't pushovers. They actually have, like, good, fully evolved Pokemon, so this is one last good chance to get your team trained up before facing the final challenge, which is the Pokemon League, of course. So yeah, I'm going to try to keep all my Pokemon at a good, even level. Hopefully I get them around, like, 43-ish by the end of this place. That'd be pretty nice. But yeah, I'm going to use my, Galvantula here to take on this Whimsicott. So Signal Beam for the win. And there we go, that's a one-hit KO. So yeah, like I said, a lot of good wild Pokemon in here, a lot of good trainers in here, a lot of experience to be gained. Next up is Zebstrika, so let's switch out. Let's go to Seismitoad, because ground types obviously are best against electric. So yeah, it's Mr. Toad's time to shine in here. So yeah, for levels before the Elite Four, I would recommend trying to get around level 50. I always, of course, like having my Pokemon a little lower on levels so I can have a nice challenge. And I just got flinched by a Stomp, which kind of sucks. But yeah, we'll go with a Dig here. But yeah, I always like having my Pokemon under-leveled for the Elite Four because I think it's funner and more of a challenge. So this Dig should take this thing out pretty easily. So yeah, like I was talking about with the wild Pokemon, there are some really good Pokemon in here, but it's kind of annoying adding Pokemon at the very end of the game because they'll usually be lower on levels, but if you want to train them up, they definitely are good additions. So anyways, the only place we have to go is down to the south side, and when you get over here, you're going to see these two guys standing up there, and they're going to show you that you can actually slide down the edge of the mountain here. And this guy up here gets way too scared. He's like, oh, that's way too far down, I'll never do that. But this guy says that it's pretty fun to slide down the cliffs here in Victory Road, so that kind of adds a whole nother feature to the big puzzle here, so you can slide down and head over into this entrance over here. I don't think there's any items, yeah. So we'll just go back into the door here and continue along. So once you get over here, I think there's a hidden item at the very north part if you use Surf. So yeah, you don't really need Surf to get through here. The only HM that you really want is Strength. Strength is really important in here because you can, like, create a lot of shortcuts by using Strength. But of course, you'd probably already have Strength and Surf on you anyways. By the way, it might not be a bad idea to have, like, an escape rope or two in case you get absolutely lost in here, but probably shouldn't happen. Anyways, I have a feeling there's a hidden item up here somewhere. Let's check the dowsing machine just to be sure. Oh, and I'm, like, standing right on it, so yeah, let's see what this is. Alright, it's an Ultra Ball. Now, it's actually not a bad thing to be getting Ultra Balls right now because, believe it or not, there is a legendary Pokemon coming up. Oh yeah, and I forgot this leads to a dead end, so, yeah, don't go down that exit. Just go straight up north when you get in here. And head up the stairs. Then you'll find another trainer. So there we go. Another ace trainer. An ace trainer like me has pride, so I won't lose, because obviously having pride is all you need to win in Pokemon battles. Yeah, it doesn't matter how strong your Pokemon are or anything, what level they're at. All that matters is that you have pride. So here's Ace Trainer Dwayne. Like Dwayne Wade. He's got a Stoutland on his team. So yeah, sometimes for Victory Road, I speed it up and add music, sometimes I don't. I just decided I'm just going to go straight through this video narrating, and this could take like 30 minutes, so who knows. Anyways, I missed with thunder, that sucks. Let's just go for it again! Hopefully it knocks it out in one hit, because if not, I'm probably going to die, so I'll feel like an idiot. Wow, I'm going to get... Yeah, you know, that was not very smart on my part. But sometimes I do stupid things, and if I didn't do stupid things, I probably wouldn't be Lueroi, so whatever. Oh, but wow, Jungle Gym, you take care of this thing. Yeah, Stoutland's a really good Pokemon, though. Stoutland's one of my favorite Pokemon to use in this game. It's just such a solid Pokemon. Gets awesome moves and everything. All-around good stats. It's just one of those Pokemon you can, like, always count on. So there we go. Simisage gets up to level 43. That's awesome. And Scoliped's up next. So let's go over to Gothitelle, I guess, because Psychic is good against this thing. Yeah, and I love facing all these trainers at the end of Victory Road, because you get to see, like, all the Pokemon you've been seeing throughout the game, only at their full stage, evolution-wise, so it's pretty awesome. Anyways, I'm getting, like, 1 million text messages now, which is not cool, because trying to go through Victory Road, which is kind of a big deal. Anyways, Psychic this thing to death. I actually really thought about using a Scolipede on my team. I've probably mentioned that before, but it's a cool Pokemon. Anyways, we are getting up levels left and right here, and this guy could not protect his pride. Poor Ace Trainer Dwayne. Anyways, let's go at this exit right here, and this is where it gets a little confusing because there are multiple ways to go. I'm going to slide down this cliff over here and grab this TM down here. It's TM12 Taunt. Not a great TM, but just for the sake of completion, I'm going to grab it. And now I'm actually going to have to backtrack my steps, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch that, so I'm just going to cut away back to the top of that cliff, and you can decide for yourself whether or not you want the TM12 Taunt. Anyways, I'll see you in a second. Yeah, we're right back up here where we left off. TM12 Taunt isn't really that great of a move for in-game purposes, so I wouldn't recommend it unless you're Wi-Fi battling. But from here we have 2 entrances. I'm going to take the first one. If you just want to make progress and get through this place, take the second entrance, but over here you can fight a couple of trainers and grab some extra items, so that's what we're going to do. Just because, like I said, you know, I'm trying to get through all of this place and cover every last bit of it, so... Here's Veteran Tiffany. It's like, oh, we're not messing around with ace trainers now, we've got veterans in the house. And here's this Pokemon whose name I can never pronounce, like Behem, but it's a Psychic type. Oh yeah, and did I mention I healed up all my Pokemon, so Webster's ready to roll again. Still give this thing another Signal Beam. Yeah, I'm hoping Webster can get up some serious levels in here, because I think it's going to be a key player in the Elite Four. Let's finish it with a Signal Beam. Just because of that massive power with its Thunder attack. Could really do some serious damage when taking on the Pokemon League. Alright, next up is Heatmor. I guess I can talk a bit about this Pokemon because it's one that you can catch in here. I was talking about it a little bit earlier. I don't know, Heatmor has really good special attack. That's what it's best known for. Other than that, it's not really too spectacular in other areas. It's kind of weird. It's like an Anteater, but it's like a fire type. But whatever, we'll kill it with a Surf. It's probably the... I mean, if you're going to catch a new Pokemon in here, I think Durant and Deino are better. And here's how you counter a Dig Attack. You use a Dig Attack of your own. 2-turn attacks can easily be countered with other 2-turn attacks, whether it be Fly or Dig or whatever. So yeah. But yeah, Heatmor, I mean, if you're going to catch a Fire type, there are way better options, in my opinion, earlier on in the game. Like Chandelure, for instance, or Imboar for my team. And speaking of Imboar, let's switch over to him now to take on this Lilligant. I like how these teams are all, like, diversified. They're all just... You don't see the same Pokemon twice in a row. You see all sorts of different stuff. But yeah, Porky's going to take this thing out pretty easily. Oh, Teeter Dance! I hate this move. It confuses you. Yeah, Lilligant's actually kind of a pain to deal with sometimes because of that confusion crap it does. But whatever, we're still able to knock it out with the Heat Crash. So there we go. And Imboar also learned Flamethrower. I think it was in the last video, so he's got some nice Fire-type moves in his arsenal now. Anyways, let's take this top entrance here, or the top staircase, then we can fight this other trainer. And that exit down there will lead to an item, so... Yeah, we're not making any progress through the cave, just some extra trainers to get to an item. So like I mentioned before, you can skip this whole little section of the cave and just move on to the other entrance. Anyways, I think this girl has all 3 of these monkeys fully evolved, so... yeah, we'll see what we can do. Simi-Sage, you are probably gonna die if I stay in, so... let's switch out. I don't want to get you killed again. I'm not sure if I could outspeed it. I don't know, whatever. I just don't want to risk it. So let's go back over to Imbuar and show this thing what's up. I mean, I know this Simi-Sage isn't nearly as powerful as my Simi-Sage, because that's how it works. I could go mono-e-mono, Simi-Sage versus Simi-Sage, which would be pretty cool, but I think that would just take forever. So let's try out this move, Flamethrower. Haven't really used it yet. And of course, it's like massive power and super effective. Alright, next up is Simi-Pour, so let's go over to our monkey, Simi-Sage, to take this thing on. Seems pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the monkeys. A lot of people really hate on the 3 monkeys. They think they're kind of weak, which isn't necessarily not true. I mean, they are pretty weak defensively, but they're good offensive attackers. So that's what I like about them. Especially Simi-Pour, since it learns Surf. And to finish things off here, let's get out, because I'm not about to face a fire type with my grass type, so yeah, you guys know how it is. We'll try out Gabbro, just because I want to spread the love all around and get all my Pokemon up levels and all that good stuff. Yeah, let's go with a Rock Slide. Simi-Seer kind of gets the short end of the stick with the 3 monkeys, because its best attacking move is weaker than the rest of them, which is kind of annoying. Flame Burst isn't as good as Seed Bomb, and it's not as good as Surf. But you know, it's still alright. You can get some TMs on it and everything. So like Fire Blast, way more powerful than the other moves. So if you want to go down that road, it's not too bad at all. Alright, here is a full restore, so always a good item to grab. And that's really all you get out of facing those 2 trainers. So you'll probably want to face the trainers anyways, just for the levels and whatnot, because you really want to get up as many levels as you can before the Elite Four. You can expect Pokemon around level 50 when you get to the Elite Four, so it's usually pretty good to be around their levels. Now, I'm coming down here just so I can move this Strength Boulder. This is actually the room we are on at the very beginning of the cave, but every time you see these Strength Boulders, you have to move them and push them into the holes, because it opens up a bunch of shortcuts throughout the cave. Now we can get from the very beginning to this point in like 10 seconds, instead of working our way back around and stuff, so every time you see a boulder, be sure to push it and set yourself up with a nice shortcut. Anyways, I'm going to switch up my team here. I'm just going to go to Seismitoad, because, I don't know, I feel like Mr. Toad needs to get up some levels. And everyone's actually, I think, at level 43 right now, so yeah, we might as well just pick a Pokemon and roll with it. So here's a Black Belt. Always like fighting Black Belts. I guess Seismitoad won't fare as well against this dude as like maybe Gothitelle, but, you know, he'll probably be fine, because Mr. Toad is a boss. So yeah, Black Belt's Tyrone. That is such an awesome name, Black Belt Tyrone. He's got a Scrafty. So yeah, this thing's weak to fighting. I think Mr. Toad can handle it. Don't you guys think so, with a Brick Breaker too? So yeah, Scrafty's a really freaking good Pokemon. This is another Pokemon I like using on my team, because it's just loaded with power. It gets high jump kick, which is crazy powerful. Then it's good defensively too. Has dual typing with fighting and dark, so you can get Crunch with the same type attack bonus. It's just an all-around awesome Pokemon. And there's high jump kick, which is just loaded with power, but the only drawback to high jump kick is that if it misses, you crash and do a bunch of damage to yourself, but yeah, if you can avoid that, it's pretty awesome. And that was really risky staying in, but Mr. Toad was able to hang on, so see you later, Scrafty. And yeah, it's awesome. Even though I'm almost dead, we still got the job done, and that's all that matters. Alright, so we'll switch out to Gothitelle now, which is probably a good call. Yeah, it's a Mienfoo. You can actually catch Mienfoo in here, but of course it's not a brand new Pokemon. We've seen it before in the game. It's a decent fighting type. It's kind of a drag to use because it doesn't fully evolve for a really long time. It's really good when fully evolved, but just kind of takes a while. And for some reason, this thing reminds me of, like, Winnie the Pooh. I don't know why. I just think it looks like a little angry version of Winnie the Pooh, but whatever. And this Pokemon right here, Conkeldurr, is, like, one of my favorite in all of Black and White. I just love this Pokemon, absolutely, but we'll have to kill it with a Psychic. It's like the giant macho clown nose Pokemon. And how did that thing live? It lived with like 1 hit point. I hate when that happens, but it'll be okay. Yeah, and he just carries these like giant pillars. It's pretty awesome. So, looks like he's going to waste his time with a bulk up, which means that he is going to die. So, Thunderbolt. Just for the sake of switching it up and using a different move every now and then. And boom, there we go, level 44. So I think Gothitelle is my highest level Pokemon. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so that's that. Let's move up the stairs here. Crap. Yeah, I forgot that I ran out of repels right before battling that guy, so I guess we'll spray those again. And I actually think this part of the cave is a good checkpoint, a good stopping point, so we'll pick it up right here in the next video and finish up Victory Road. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time.